You're listening to Country Chat with Dom with me, Dom, here on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm joined today by the fabulous Sarah Louise. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Dom.
Now, we've not done this for 4 years now. You know, an actual sit down, full conversation. We've spoken whatnot on lives and stuff. And
I don't think we were even sitting down before, were we?
I was sat down in my little studio in my bedroom back when I was with my previous partner. And you
I was actually in my little studio, wasn't I?
You was in your little studio.
Oh, in my old house.
This is in 2021. We did that in April. And
times have changed now.
It's just, everything's changed. It's been a whirlwind of 4 years. It's been incredible watching you develop as an artist, develop your sound, because we was even doing it the other day where we was listening through your some of your songs and whatnot on your voice notes and listen to how you sound on those to what you sound
nasal.
like now. You've developed, you know, you've found your expression, and it's been great to watch you kind of like blossom.
Oh, thank you.
Now, in terms of music, so I'll do all like the cliche questions first, and then we'll go into a bit of a chat. The great thing with these chats here is there's no rhyme or reason. As you can see, there is no script, so it is literally whatever we talk about. Tea and chats. What more do we need? Now, this is the first time we've done it actually in person as well, because like I say, we did it via Zoom. And before when we used to chat, I can't remember what was the song that you just released. It was probably like My Beating Heart or something, or Change of Plan or something around that time. Was it My Grandparents and Me?
2021. I reckon it was The Shift.
It might have been yes, it would have been The Shift. How long ago is that?
Crazy.
Now,
absolutely crazy.
You've just been releasing some songs. You've released Doesn't Matter and It's Over Now, as well as some covers as well. You've had Dreams and Simply the Best. You're about to release a new song. Now, we're going to talk quickly, before we talk about your new song, Never All In.
Simply the Best just had 5,000 streams, by the way.
5,000 streams?
Literally yesterday.
It's
just reached 5,000 streams.
5,000 streams? I mean...
For a cover song.
Let's start with that then. So...
I just remembered that's just blown me away, though.
It is mind-blowing to see how quickly your songs are taking traction, particularly even if it's a cover song.
Well, like Spotify take ages to kind of get going, but it's been on the release radar, and that just made me really happy. And I know I shouldn't like check stats and stuff, but that is something that makes me feel so happy because it just validates you as an artist, you know?
Yeah.
I love it.
Simply the Best. So that was released, 2 months ago now? A month ago?
On my birthday.
Your birthday?
28th of March. Do you know when that is?
28th of March?
Yeah.
It's your birthday. just been saying. It's like saying, my birthday's 20th of September. Do you know when my birthday is?
I'm just checking.
So Simply the Best. I remember when you was laying down some of the vocals, you were doing some of the harmonies, because I was at home, I was watching your live on, I can't remember if it was YouTube or TikTok.
TikTok, because I don't like to share it after.
And we was having a chat afterwards, and then we was on FaceTime, and I think we went through the vocal harmonies for, was it 3-4 hours?
Till about 3:30 in the morning.
And I was starting
Dom
work
actually really helped me with this song. He was like, no, too much, less is more. So in the end, after about 26 style of harmonies, I chose just one, didn't I?
Yeah, there
so
was
if
so
you
many
listen
layers.
to it, you'll know. Listen and pretend that there's 26 more layers, and we just chose one. And you helped me with it, so.
I mean, well...
Thanks for that. You want to take credit?
No, I don't want to take credit.
You should take credit, because it was up all night.
Oh, well, I do take credit for being there as moral support.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the amount of different...
No, he's like, go again, too much.
I mean, because it was different styles, or you kind of like go up at a certain point rather than going down, and we tried different bits.
I was doing low, and you was like, who's that man? I was like, it's me, cheek. I was doing like male vocals.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Genuinely...
Did you actually think that there was a man on it?
I felt like you got somebody in, or got another person.
You was there.
I know I was there, but because when you listen to music and when you listen to it constantly,
So
and then
funny.
you take a break away, and then you come back and listen to it again, it's sometimes you pick on these nuances, these little kind of like raises or low, kind of like vibrato, or any little kind of like difference that you do in a song, and you notice it later on.
But as you're doing it, you don't realise.
No.
you just go, well, that's just normal. And then the less effort I put in,
The
the
better,
better it is. It's so weird. And it's continuous. Like even Mark from Sonic Boom, it's like, Sarah, less off. Stop trying to eat the mic. Get back. Like it's like the same old. Like just stop. Just be gentle.
Yeah. How do you find the whole recording of it then, and even getting the tracks down? Because you'll have like an idea in your mind of the kind of like sound and whatnot you want for the songs. You'll also speak to other artists, other
Andy
musicians.
Pike, who did the backing for Simply the Best, is absolutely brilliant. I mean, we haven't worked together for about 6 or 7 years now, and I think he's had a break from me, a well-earned one. Now we're back working together again. I think he's already feeling tired. It's only been 2 months. I'm like, how about this? Andy, what about this? It's like, one thing at a time.
Yeah.
But he goes, thank you for trusting me with this. And I really did trust him, because I was like, right, Andy, think Stevie Nicks, stroke Tina Turner, stroke The Cause, stroke, like I'm literally piling all these artists. It's okay. I was like, just countrify is Simply the Best for me. I was like, down, 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 like that. I want that as Simply the Best. He's like, how are you going to create the same vibe? I was like, and I used to sing to him in WhatsApp all this stuff about what I wanted. Yeah. I think I sent it to you as well, and you were like, I can't see how this is going to pan out. Sounds a bit weird. That was your natural reaction, wasn't it?
Yeah, because, I mean, when you listen to a song that is ultimate raw form, where it's just the idea, that's one of the things that I'd always struggle at. I mean, I'm not an artist for a reason, you know, whereas you've got such a creative brain that you can listen to a melody or a riff, or you can pick something out and say, actually, that goes, or that'll work with this, or if you do this in this tempo, or with this styling, and then it develops. It's almost like the building blocks or the foundations to a great song.
Well, you like it now, don't you?
I love it.
See, I think that the plan worked.
Oh, clearly it has. I mean, to have 5,000 streams in how
28th of March, so just over a month.
Just over a month. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible.
That is mad, isn't it?
How do you feel? Like,
I can't even. Oh, I don't even know how to say it. I just feel like I've arrived.
Yeah.
Like, yes, at last.
Finally, it's only
stuff has worked. It's taken 4 years to get 60,000 streams on Sunflower.
Yeah.
And that's 4 years. How many months is 4 years?
Well, 12, 24,
48. 48 months to get 60. So what's 5,000 times 48?
You're asking me to do incredible amounts of maths now.
So 48 times 5.
48,000 times by 5, 4 by 5's in 20, so about 200,000 streams.
Okay, so hopefully in 4 years' time, in 5 years' time, sorry.
250,000 streams.
Hopefully. Yay! That would be epic.
If it keeps going in the trend that it is.
Can we come back in that amount of time and see how many streams Simply the Best has got then?
In 4 years' time.
Is it 5 or 4? I can't remember now.
4. Well, we've done the maths on 4, so we'll come back in 4 years.
4 years.
So, yeah,
oh dear.
Like we say, we've had Simply the Best. We've also had Dreams, the Fleetwood Mac cover as well. Mm-hmm. What was the process?
That's in my top 10 now. But it hasn't really reached 1,000 streams yet, Dreams.
Well, this is the thing we've been discussing, though, the past couple of days.
On Spotify, anyway.
With Spotify, you'll have a lot of streams, then a lot of streams will go, and you'll have a lot of streams, and a lot of streams will go. And it seems like
it's bots.
Yeah, it's the whole bot situation.
So annoying. And also, Spotify now have done it so that artists don't get paid out on any songs unless you've had 1,000 streams. So the less that they can have 1,000 streams, the better for them.
Yeah.
But with the whole Dreams thing, that was just an experiment, really. Because I just kept singing it at Nashville in the Round and people kept requesting it. And yeah, I really love that song. And I just wanted to do a countrified version of it because, I don't know, it's got a lot of nostalgia for me, that song.
Yeah. Why? Okay, so people have been requesting it. Is there, throughout 2025, you're releasing almost a cover every month.
I know, it is a cover every month. So I just got to get cracking with May's one.
What was the reason then to go for Dreams and Simply the Best in this kind of like order that you've done them in so far?
Well, the collection I've called Lost in Country.
Yep.
Because I wanted to... Nice mug there. I just wanted to basically bring some classic songs to... I don't know. To basically show everybody the country isn't what you think. A lot of people go, oh, I hate country. well, they don't actually know country then.
Yeah.
How can you not like country?
Well, that's it. I mean, it's the whole perception of country, particularly in the UK. I mean, it's grown so much over the past few years, particularly in the past 5 years that I've been doing this. To see how, I mean, just walking through streets of like Oxford and then people with speakers playing football in the street, playing Zach Bryan or Tennessee Whiskey, Chris Stapleton, different songs that are very up there, very well known throughout the world, but people that you wouldn't normally think would be listening to country, even people at work.
It's adapting, isn't it?
It really is.
But what I wanted is to bring not normal songs, because they're all normal, but I wanted to bring songs that people love, like classic songs like I Want to Dance with Somebody, Whitney Houston, and, like really countrify those songs up.
Yeah.
So that everybody could hear a different take on a song and then think, oh, I really like this style. Well, yeah, because it's country. Listen to others. When you strip a song right back, you appreciate the lyrics more. And that's why I love country so much, because you're actually really listening to someone pour their heart out in a song. Yeah. And that's what's special about country. So if you can bring back Simply the Best to strip it right back to what the words really... There's such beautiful lyrics, Simply the Best.
Yeah.
So giving it a different feeling, I don't know, maybe people are really getting the song because it's countrified.
Yeah. Well, it adds a different tone to it. It's the way that we tell a story, whether it's, Sunflower, or you go to like Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey, Tennessee Whiskey will go, for example, the way that Chris Stapleton's done that and slowed it right down to what he's done it as, with a bluesy, kind of like, almost like a soulful track to it, makes it more emotional and more of somebody talking to somebody. Whereas, if you was to have it faster...
Well, who actually wrote that song?
Oh, I cannot remember for the life of me. I know it's a cover.
Yeah, because I've never heard the other version of it, have you?
I've heard the original version, yeah.
And it's not as good, is it? That's what I've heard.
It's with covers like that, it depends on what you've been brought up with. I mean, I've always loved Chris Stapleton's Tennessee Whiskey.
But I can't hear that song any other way now than his. Well, can you?
Well, that's it. I mean, it's the development. I mean, I didn't ever think of that of Simply the Best. Would I be able to hear it in a slightly slowed down version with more emotion? But it fits. It really does. And it creates this new depth to it, which isn't in the original. And not saying that Tina Turner's version of Simply the Best or the Best is rubbish in comparison.
I absolutely love Tina Turner, and most of her lyrics she didn't even write, did she?
No.
But it's how she performed the songs is what gripped me, and she was the first person that I ever saw live. So I really wish that she could have heard my version of her song.
Well, that's it. I mean, at least you're taking that song and you've created your element to it. You've put your stamp on it and created this beautiful piece. Now, I want to go into your own music now. Mm-hmm. Because, like we say, you've released some covers, you've released some of your own music, you've got some new music coming out very, very soon as well. There's so much storytelling again, there's so much heartbreak. You really laid your emotions down these past few songs, and including this next one that you're releasing as well. So we've had Doesn't Matter, it's over now, and Never All In, that's about to come out on the 28th of May. 23rd of May.
Yeah.
Okay.
28th is my lucky number. You're just trying to remember that because it's my birthday now.
Well, yeah, because you're throwing
23rd of May.
23rd of May. In terms of writing Doesn't Matter, I'll start with a cliche question, as I always do. Where did that come from?
So can you remember when I told you I was going for a songwriting retreat in Noida in Scotland? Well, I went there, and Shelley Paul and Paul Statham had a songwriting retreat in Scotland. It was the most beautiful experience ever, apart from me falling over and damaging my elbow, but never mind. They also have a songwriting thing in London every quarter called SPPS, which is a songwriting workshop. And ever since I came back from Noida, I missed that connection of songwriters and collaboration and just warmth from people and just getting in a room with 3 people and writing a song, and we go off in groups and then we have playback. Mm-hmm. This particular time, because I released some stuff on Change of Plan, I Am Angel was a collaboration, Better Be Lightning was a collaboration, And just I love the collaborations that I come up with people because they turn me inwards. Like people that I work with get me to go inwards.
Yeah.
And the reason I do that is because no one would know that the song's about me, would they then?
No.
Because then I can write with other people and it doesn't matter who it's about. But yeah, and then we're in this room though. So me, Rob, Smith, Michael Grant, we're in this room together as a three. Back in October last year.
Yep.
Yeah, October 24 last year, I think it was. And we were in this room and then we were just coming up with all these different topics because we had to write a song. We were given a script. We had to write a song that was inspired by Leon Bridges. So very soulful, bluesy. Yeah, it kind of made me think about Nashville again. And Shelley, bless her, she always puts me with people and comes in the room. She goes, right, Sarah's the artist. We're going to do a song for Sarah to release.
Okay.
And then they're like, oh, no pressure then. And she came in, bless her. She goes, and it's going to be country. It's going to be soulful. Sarah's got a beautiful, soulful voice. And she always really bigs me up and makes me feel really special. And then instantly I'm like, right, what are we going to do? I felt the pressure. So Rob, it was so cute because he goes, well, you know, my son, we were all talking about different things and I've got a daughter, he's got a son, and we were saying how difficult it is to get them to keep tidy and they always create washing up, blah, blah, blah. And his son just says, oh, Dad, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he said he said every time I ask my son to do something, he just says it doesn't matter all the time. And I'm like, I actually love that. We should write a song about that because it's true. How profound is that? It really doesn't matter. Like people have got cancer, people are dying. Some people don't have limbs, you know. On the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, does it?
No.
So then we were just thinking of all the different things that you get to you, and then you suddenly have a thought and think, actually, it doesn't matter. Like there's loads of washing up to do, doesn't matter. There's loads of washing to do, doesn't matter. The sun is not shining today. Oh well, we'll do something indoors, or we'll you know, have some fun, listen to some music, drink some tequila, you know, whatever that is your go-to let it go moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter is about basically appreciating the little things in life and just taking an exhale and going, oh, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that.
So that's the song, and everyone really liked that song because I don't know, people relate to it, and there is an explicit version, but I decided not to put that bit out because I also write children's songs, which some of them follow me, and I didn't want them to be disappointed in me.
I mean, you've created this image, you know, you've created this brand, you know, the children's songs is through Mini Vibes. If you haven't checked out Mini Vibes and you've got kids, highly recommend it.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I mean, what you've all collectively written doesn't matter then, you know, with all these different ideas and stuff.
It was originally with drums and guitars, but then we got Pankaj in, who is an amazing producer, and I was like, Pankaj, can we strip it right back? And no one actually wanted that.
Yeah.
But I was like, can we just try it? And then we just did with piano, just like a real gospel-y, piano-y sound. And then everyone loved it. Like, actually, Sarah, that was right to do that. And they trusted me. And I'm so happy that they did it. And then we recorded it at the studio in Norwich, Marks. And I was like, I need to record it with harmonies. Needs harmonies.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I just had this image in my head of a gospel choir just going, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. And then it turned into like a 60s. Ooh, you know, cherry baby.
Yeah.
Like that type of feel. Yeah, I really loved discovering that part.
It's just, it's incredible the way that it's developed and watching you perform it, because I've been here for the past few weeks now with issues with my car. I'll talk about that in a minute. But to see you performing in different venues, different locations, and whether it's busking or whether it's been in gigs, say like Aylesbury with Mr. Paul Adams' You Country Round, you've added different levels to it. So you'll do like that ooh, you know, throughout the that almost like towards the middle eight, and
Ooh, that bit. Yeah.
Or you'll get like at the Aylesbury gig
I
with
loved that.
Mr. Paul Adams and Louise Parker doing the high and low harmonies.
That was really special, and we did a little mashup.
It was incredible to see.
Little mashup with the Righteous Brothers.
Yes,
That was
Unchained
your
Melody.
idea, wasn't it?
Well, we was talking about
We were
different...
saying about different things I could add to it, and you were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, what about so and so?"
Yeah.
It's because I was playing it on guitar, and you were saying, "Oh, that sounds like Unchained Melody." I was like, "Oh, we could do some of that."
I mean, even though it sounds like Unchained Melody, the whole stories are two completely different stories.
Totally different. And so when I sang it, I was like, I'm going to bring it back. And it's like, I can't remember how I linked them together. I was going something about I just really I need your. No, actually, I don't need nothing.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter.
It is honestly brilliant. And was it? Doesn't matter. Was it? Oh, it's over now that you did the link with. I can't remember. Was it?
No, it doesn't matter
Doesn't
with
Matter?
Unchained Melody. Yeah,
It was just incredible performances from all three.
I
of
loved
you.
that night.
But yeah, again, that's another thing we're going to come into as well.
Aww.
So you've got this stripped back version with the piano. Now you've got your vocals. What was the whole process like then afterwards? You know, you're coming up towards release day, and you've got this song that you're starting to come to terms with things like in your relationship that things don't matter, such as developing yourself and changing the beds or washing the dishes, etc., throughout the song. What is kind of like the thoughts and feelings going through your head at that time?
Are you talking about Doesn't Matter?
It doesn't matter.
I tried not to think too hard about it because I created it in October, but that wasn't at the time about a breakup, you know.
Yeah.
But then as it went on, it was. I didn't realise it was about that. Moving on at that particular time, moving on meant I'm just cracking on.
Yeah.
Like I'm just getting on with my life. It doesn't mean I'm moving on from someone. It just means I'm moving on with the thought process. But then it started to become more, as people are saying it, and it was like, oh no, another breakup song.
Another one.
Here comes another one.
But that's it. I mean, that's the great thing with music, and that's the great thing with songs, is the fact that people tie it with certain things and certain events in life that normally people wouldn't be like, oh, I didn't think of it in that way, or I didn't think that's how somebody would take that song.
No.
Do you find that people's perceptions of those songs then change how you
I love it.
songs?
I love hearing it, because when we first released it, I asked people in the groups to write all the different things that they thought about it and like just kind of review it a little bit.
Yeah.
And the feedback that I got from the song was just amazing. It's like, Sarah, this is one of your best pieces of work I've ever heard. I was thinking, really? I haven't even put that much effort into it. You know, it's such a simple song. So then I'm like, the chorus is so clever. I'm like, but is it? But all that matters is it doesn't matter. I mean, of all these years of songwriting, and that's their favourite. Are you joking me? Do you know how hard I've worked? And that was nothing.
I mean, it goes back to what you said, 10 minutes ago. Sometimes the best things that come out are where you don't have to put in that 100%. You put in 12%, and
it's crazy. And a lot of cool things is that if I ever go online or I moan about something or something's broken, everyone just goes to me, yeah, but Sarah, it doesn't matter. And they quote me back on my song. I'm like, all right.
Here we go.
Yeah, but they literally say it all the time.
Yeah.
And when the camera got misplaced, it doesn't matter though, you know?
Yeah. Okay, for those who do not know, we was at Country on the Coast. No, I'll bring it back, actually. I'll bring it back a little bit further than that. So I went to watch the London boat race between Oxford and Cambridge. And on the Monday, I came up to Sarah's because I was going to spend the night and we was just going to chat and whatnot. And it was only supposed to be one night.
No, you was coming to a gig.
we're going to the
And we're
gig.
doing a music video.
Yes, we were going to do the Bluebells.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about in a minute. Another thing to talk about. And so on my way up the A12, coming towards the outskirts of Colchester, my turbo decided to break on my car, and it was a bit of a traumatic ordeal, really, because it was coming up towards Easter bank holiday weekend, so no garages were taking any cars in. I was literally phoning. I think I phoned 23 different garages to try and get my car booked in to get the new turbo added, And places like, sorry, we were fully booked for 3 weeks, or we don't do turbos, we only do smaller things on cars because it's only little local garages. And I managed to get through to one garage, and they organised for me to take it in. But it was a small independent garages with, I think there's 3 guys there in total, and they all used to work for First Buses, doing all the mechanic side, and they decided to leave there and start their own little firm up. And it was only a little tiny little thing in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, so the job itself, changing the turbo, was a lot more difficult than I anticipated because of the location of turbos. I'm not going to go into too much detail about mechanics of the car, but it was a lot more difficult than they anticipated. So I ended up being here not just for one night, not for 2 nights, but for 2 weeks. 2 weeks you were stuck with me here in this very room as well. I was in this spare room.
Become attached to this sofa bed.
I'm attached to this room now. And so we spent a bit of time together. We then had Country on the Coast that weekend as well. At the end, when they were basically almost finished with my car, it was the last little bit. So we went down in your car. And throughout the 2 weeks that I've been here, I've been taking photos of yourself while you've been busking and performing around the south of the UK. And
with my special camera, I'd like to add that I haven't used for years because, we all use our phones. It's just so much easier, isn't it? And yes, I decided to take it out and show Don my special camera.
Yeah, you showed me your special camera.
And he's been using it.
DSLR camera, really, really nice. And it's got SD cards in with photos from her, from her life, her personal life, things that are sentimental.
My daughter, Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm not rubbing it in or anything.
No, I mean, I took it down to Portsmouth. And on the Portsmouth Country on the Coast, this wonderful jumper here that I'm wearing with Sarah's name on the back because she performed there as well, which we'll talk about in a minute. That's going to be the running theme of this conversation. We'll talk about that in a minute.
And it's now Thursday.
So, yeah, took the camera down to Portsmouth, to Country on the Coast, and we used it on the first day of the Saturday. I took some photos of artists that I was interviewing at the time. The next day we came up, everything was packed in the car. I took the camera with me to go into the venue, and I put on this jumper with a white shirt underneath it, but it was actually very, very warm that day. I didn't realise it was so warm because inside the hotel room it was quite cold, so I went out in the jumper. I was like, this isn't right. So I got myself a Country on the Coast t-shirt, same style, and I got changed. So I passed Sarah the camera and went to go get changed. I came back, and one of us put it down on the table. I'm blaming myself because that's what I do, because I was supposed to be in charge of the camera throughout the time. And put it down, and I forgot to pick it back up again. And that was at about 12:30 on the Sunday, and we went the entire day without the camera. I thought that Sarah picked it up. Sarah thought that I've picked it up.
Well, I just went, you did pick up that camera, didn't you?
This was
on the bench. I put it on the bench.
This was on the drive back. Bear in mind, we've just left
nearly
Portsmouth.
home.
We've had to go through the outskirts of nowhere, through the middle of London, onto the A12.
Because the M25 was shut.
Because the M25 was shut. And it was only when we was on the A12, gone through London, and it was like, have you got the camera? No. Have you got the camera? No. It was like, you've got to be joking. You've got to be winding me up.
I thought he was actually winding me up.
I thought you was winding me up.
No, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good, was it?
No, I was
upset.
upset.
And then we
you
both
upset.
got upset. We're just sitting there going, what's going on? He goes, what's it going on? I'm like, he's like, not Nashville. I'm like, yeah, Nashville. How did you know?
I just knew.
Oh.
There was something in the pit of my stomach that just kind of like said, this is bad. This is really bad. And I was almost prepared to turn around the car. And
yeah, but we wouldn't have gotten anyway.
We wouldn't have gotten because they were closing up. They were literally closing up as we left. They were locking up the doors.
But never mind. The main thing is
the camera is back.
And one of my special fans called JD found the camera because he was still there. And honestly, he was like my hero. Honestly, he FaceTimed me the next day. Went, "Is this your camera?" I went. I like screamed. That's probably why I got a sore throat.
Probably.
Because I screamed so much in happiness. Anyway, where were we?
But yeah, so thank you so much to JD. You're getting a special shout out on this show, amongst other people that will be getting shout outs as well as part of your fan club.
And because of him, we went to Louise Parker's show.
Yeah.
Her last show.
So we went to
we met him there.
yeah, we got the camera back, and that was an absolutely fantastic gig as well.
It was really. It all meant to be. So you got away with it.
Yeah. And I'll. Thing is though, I've got away with it, but it'll never be forgotten.
No.
And I won't let myself forget that because it was such a traumatic ordeal. Not just for you,
I know,
but it was traumatic for me as well.
People said it doesn't matter.
But yeah, that did matter.
It proper mattered at the time.
Proper mattered. But yeah, I mean, I'm so glad that we got the camera back. And it was nice seeing JD again as well. And it was nice being at Louise Parker's final gig of her tour for Keeping On.
We got to see Ben, we got to see Laura.
Yeah, we got to see some incredible performances. So for those who don't know, and I'll be doing a new chat with Louise Parker as well. You'll be able to check out the chat that I did with Louise Parker at the Hot Box in Chelmsford. That'll be released very, very soon. But yeah, absolutely fantastic gig. Watching so many great performances. And I got to use the camera at Louise's gig as well. So
yay!
I was so happy as well. So yes, let's talk about Louise then a bit. Mm-hmm. Because Louise was one of the artists with yourself and Mr. Paul Adams on stage at the wonderful venue, Queen's Park Centre, the Limelight Theatre in Aylesbury. Absolutely fantastic writers' round. As part of Mr. Paul Adams' U Country Writers' Round.
Turn around a bit, I've got a neck ache.
Yeah, it's fine. So when you did that before you did the Country on the Coast, mm-hmm. What was that like then? Performing your songs in a very intimate way.
They were two totally different gigs, you know. I really loved it. I felt so... I don't know. It's like I was with family on stage. It was so nice. And I love Paul and I love Louise, and the humour and banter that we have, it's not rehearsed or anything, but we just seem to get each other.
Yeah. And
because we know each other's songs a little bit now, it's so nice to just like come in where we feel like we want to. And then we give each other like a little look like, nice one, I've got you. You know, it's like when we talk about the different songs, like Louise has got all of her different songs, which I love, which she's performed with me at Nashville and around a few times in Manic Tree. And I've got to know her songs and she's got to know mine. And when she comes in on my songs and knows where I like the harmonies, it just makes me feel so happy. The same with her. Like, she'll come in and she'll give me a little wink as if to say, yeah, well done. But then sometimes she'll change her song a bit. I'm like, oh, it's different now. Okay, I'm still going to go along with it. I'm still going to do it. And then we just get each other, you know?
Yeah.
It's lovely. And I love being on stage and just expressing what I feel about my music. And you change your music in them type of environments. You make it more intimate and soft.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go rugged with the songs, you can. Like with the Sorry Not Sorry, that turned into a bit of a sort of anthem a little bit.
Yeah.
Because James Vince requested it. So then I just went whole hog on it.
Yeah.
And I sort of went a little bit too descriptive. But that's because I knew that no one was going to be recording that. And I wasn't live anywhere. So I could literally be more expressive.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really fun.
I mean, there was videos taken of the...
Hopefully not of that one.
I don't know if you noticed, but stage left, audience right, there was a camera set up. There was my camera set up as well.
So you were videoing that song?
Everything was videoed.
And there's me feeling liberated. Oh, no.
But that's the great thing about performances as well, the fact that you can just go up on stage, and Louise described it as being an open diary and being able to express yourself. This is the way that you guys express yourselves, you know, through song, through media, through... basically laying it all out. And it is incredible the way that you all came together on the stage. Like I said, with Doesn't Matter, the fact that Louise was doing the high harmonies, Mr. Paul Adams was doing those low harmonies, you know, it doesn't matter.
That was great.
And it was incredible the way that you all kind of like came together. So again, another wonderful gig. If you ever get a chance to watch Sarah Louise at a gig, I highly recommend it. You do your own writers' rounds as well. At the Manning Tree.
I'm not sure how I even started that, to be honest. But it's now a thing.
It is.
And people are coming to me and asking me if they can sing in my round. I'm like, sure. But I've literally got a 4-month waiting list.
Yeah, that's
it's
incredible.
It's so lovely, though. Because people want this. It was an experiment, and now it's a year in.
A year this May.
This May's a year in. So it's a year celebration. So this month it's going to be Vic Allen and... Will Underwood back down from Leicester, and we're going to do our special writers round, but a birthday special.
Ooh.
But it's just so lovely to get asked to sing our own songs.
Yeah.
So that's why we only have one cover each round, so that people can kind of experience us as singers, but also as songwriters as well.
Yeah.
Because that's important. And now it's unplugged.
Yeah, because you only have the only microphones you have in this is you have two at the front at either side, and it's just whatever you project
pick it
out.
up a little bit, yeah. But you know, now the summer's coming, I think we're going to be outside overlooking the river. So I don't think I'm going to get away with it there.
Yeah, you'll need some form of speakers.
But that's fine because there's only 3 of us, and I don't like to have too much. Like we've had Adi Johnson, and he had his friend. Also, he plays keyboard, cello, xylophone.
As you do.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I love it because everything's just so fresh and raw.
So this is the Crown in Manningtree. Absolutely fantastic pub. They do some incredible food as well. So if you're ever down in Essex, make sure you get yourself down to
It's such
Manningtree.
A beautiful view as well. Like the sunset comes along that side as well. So at the end of the night, you get to see the sunset over there. It's beautiful.
The thing as well is it's not a ticketed event. You don't have to buy a ticket. You literally, if there's space in there,
just book a table though, because it gets proper busy.
Yeah, so make sure you book a table if you, especially if you want food as well, because the food. I had
so fresh.
I had a Sunday dinner, and it was a lamb roast dinner, and it was incredible. I mean, I think Mr. Paul Adams had the same thing as well as me, and it was just amazing. I highly recommend it. Just
really
for the food
now.
alone, let alone the performances.
I could eat that. I could eat that chicken now.
I think we should do that today. I think we should go out for a Sunday lunch.
A Sunday on a Monday.
On a bank holiday Monday.
Yes!
For reference, everybody, we are recording this
on Bank Holiday Monday.
Bank Holiday Monday, 5th of May. So just for reference, because we're going to be talking about Never All In very, very soon. Now, I want to go from talking about Manningtree, talking about doing your own writers' rounds, to now performing at a festival. You performed at Country on the Coast on the acoustic stage. What was that like? You mentioned that it's different. It was different style.
Well, I did it last year with Will because we were there as From the Wild.
Yeah.
So that wasn't as much pressure for me. I didn't feel as nervous because I had someone to do it with. Like, we were together, you know.
Yeah.
And Will is a fantastic guitarist, and he's just so creative and so amazing. He changes tune in every single 5 minutes though, bless him. But this year it was just me singing my own songs, and I asked Andy Pike to help me. Me and Andy had not had a lot of time for rehearsal. We literally had 2 rehearsals. One in his school, because he works in a school teaching guitar. We literally had a half-hour slot there, and then he came to mine for about an hour. So we literally had an hour and a half in total to rehearse. I was a little bit stressed about it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, performing my own songs, it was just amazing. And even though my guitar went out of tune, it was so hot in there, and I felt a little bit under pressure because we only had 20 minutes, and I was thinking, hang on, I can't be fully myself because I like to talk, and I was trying not to talk in the songs. I was like, hang on, I've just got to get... In my head, I'm thinking, I've got to get on with another song.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit stressed because I wanted to be myself, but it was really hard to sing your own songs and then choosing 5 songs out of 120 songs. How the hell did I do
Just a few.
I could not. But I thought what's most important is my release is coming up. But Never All In didn't even get sung. It was Never All In.
It was Never All In. It doesn't matter.
But it's over now, so no matter. No, that's really bad cliche. No, so performing in front of everybody, like Linda, and there was Jonathan Barker, and everybody that supports me and that supported me last year were there again, and it felt really lovely.
Yeah. And
everybody gave me such great feedback. It was just really nice.
I mean,
Rosa Parks Boulevard, everyone said was their favourite because I felt more free. When I put my guitar down, I felt freer and I could just get into it a bit more.
No, I totally get that. Absolutely brilliant performances, and you could tell you was a little bit nervous because of the fact that your tuner went slightly out. I mean, I think it was Matt and Andy said the charge on it was very low, so
that was probably giving me the wrong tuning.
So it wasn't doing it exactly.
He
how
couldn't
you
even
wanted
charge it. I even passed my guitar to him, and he couldn't even tune it right. Yeah. So it's not my fault.
But yeah, the strings have been changed a month ago, and
Yeah, poor Nina. I called my guitar Nina because she's Nina from Nashville, but she let me down, I'm afraid.
to let you down. But you got
Everything
to play.
happens for a reason.
But you got to play Andy's guitar at one point, didn't
Oh,
you?
yeah, I did, yeah.
You did. What was that like? Andy's very precious about his equipment.
I asked him if I could play it, and he didn't want to let me, but because I asked him in front of everybody.
He was under pressure to do
Yeah,
it.
and
Did you save that that moment just for in front of everyone?
Actually, my tuner wasn't really out. I just want to play Ace. No. No, yeah, actually, that was cool because he's got a really cool, like, star strap on it.
He's absolutely brilliant. And
He's a fantastic guitarist, everyone. You should check him out. And I got him to do Nashville in the Round with me. It's his first time that he's ever performed his songs ever in public.
yeah.
His
It's
wife
incredible.
hadn't even heard them.
No, it was genuinely incredible, and I was taking photos at the in Manningtree for the event and watching him perform. And he seemed a bit nervous to start with, but he really kind of like relaxed into it, and he seemed so natural to watch him performing his own songs. And then
He's played guitar all his life, and I was listening to some recordings on my phone this morning. Actually, he doesn't know how good he is,
No, he doesn't.
and I don't know. Maybe that's part of his skill, just free. And just playing it. But he's just so, I don't know. I just love working with him because he totally gets me musically. And if I say something, he'll be like, "Oh, what, you mean this?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do. Can you read my mind?"
I mean, you play guitar yourself, so you'll have an idea of what it is. But it's all self-taught that you've learned, through lockdown.
Yeah, because last time I worked with Andy, he hadn't known me play guitar because I was just singing melodies to him. So when I was playing guitar this time, he's like, "Oh, this is weird. I'm not used to you playing guitar. This is very strange." But he loved it because he can then do the lead.
Yeah.
And they can do all the like fancy stuff, or I'm just playing the normal chords. He's just going.
So you're keeping the rhythm going. And he's doing all the
trying
layers.
to. Yeah.
The great thing about watching you two perform as well is the fact that you both work together so well. And it's not just Andy that you work well with as well. You work well with the likes of Ben, who performs in Never All In. Absolutely fantastic guitarist. Ben Newton from Preston Barnes' band as well. He does he does some of his own music as well. Definitely.
Ben features in most of my songs, by the way. Preston and me have also done some duets together, and he's done guitar for that.
Yeah.
We've done Amazed by Lone Star together.
Mm-hmm.
We've done
Star Is Born.
Yeah, the Lady Gaga one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also piano. But the thing is, with Ben playing, he only plays what I want. So I'll say, "Can you do this?" Blah blah blah, and it's because that is the only skill that I have. So certain chords that I know, that kind of restricts me guitar wise.
Yeah.
But Ben would literally just be given a script and he'll get on with it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I say to Ben, "Can you be creative on this one, please?" and just literally go all out, he's like, "Oh, what do you mean?" I was like, "No, just be yourself. Trust in it." He'll come back with something unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. But then I can't replicate it. So on stage, my performance is then bland without him. Because I can't do it. I need Ben to come with me and play it.
I mean, we'll talk more in depth about Never All In a minute. But yeah, I mean, I totally get what you mean. I mean, particularly the piano tune on that, like diddle-diddle-diddle-doo, that kind of like rainfall type sound that's in the middle of it is just absolutely incredible. And it's always great watching you trying to perform it because you can't do that.
I can't not. So I just sing it.
Do.
It's so not the same.
It's.
But I hear it in my head now.
But that's the great thing, though, is you add your element to it. You add your flair. You add your style.
Mark's like, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do with piano in this song?" I was like, "Right, I've got in my head. I want it to go." Okay, what, like a vocal warm up? Well, no, a little bit more colourful than that. But yeah, he put it in. It's stunning, and he said it to me. He goes, "You mean like this?" I was like, "Yes." And it just, I love it when it all comes together.
It's brilliant. It really, really
I have
is.
an addiction of creating music.
Really? I mean, what, 120, 130 songs released so far?
I just need more money to do it.
That's one of the things that is always daunting for a lot of artists as well, is how much it actually does cost.
It does cost a lot.
And that's one of the reasons why, particularly here on Country Chat with Dom, we always like to push the fact that artists have merch, they have things to sell, and if you can, check out websites.
I'm not begging.
I am.
But please buy my music. off my website.
When you stream songs and you get so little amount for it. Now, streaming songs is fantastic on the likes of Spotify and Apple Music for the fact that it does affect the charts. It does affect whether festivals want to play
helps you get noticed.
And that's the great thing about it. But in terms of paying the bills, to create more music, to even develop as an artist, it doesn't pay that way. It's got to be through gig sales. It's got to be done through merchandise sales, buying physical CDs from artists. And whether you got a CD player or not, you can get it framed or signed. Just a nice little memento.
Yeah.
That goes a long way, and it goes a long way to creating new music from artists that you love. So I highly recommend, if you ever get a chance to speak to an artist.
A lot of people say that. I don't have a CD player. I'm like, so? And one guy that I said it to didn't know when I was busking.
Yeah.
I said to him, I don't have a CD. No, he said, what happened?
I don't know. You was talking about CD players, and then you said that, oh yeah.
I said, I haven't even got a CD player.
Yeah.
And then he went and got me one.
The guy in Felix, though.
He actually gave me a CD player, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, if he's watching here, his name's John.
Yeah.
And
he gave me some cowboy boots that were size 9.
Yes, snakeskin cowboy boots.
I'm just overwhelmed with all that.
Before we go into some more music, then I just want to give a couple of your fans, some shout outs.
Okay,
because
cool.
The likes of John, who gives you this stuff in Felix, though, he's always there watching you perform.
He's
and
got so much energy.
He gets everybody involved.
He's entertaining, isn't he?
He really is.
And his stories.
There's so many.
Apparently he's a member of the Craze.
Well, he's family or something to do with his family are similar to the Craze, or the Craze would fear him or something like that. It's strange stories sometimes that you hear.
But it's entertaining.
But it adds value and it adds entertainment. And if you watch any of Sarah's lives, highly recommend you do it because it is always entertaining. There's always something going on.
Yeah, that's why I've started doing it on YouTube so that I can save them. Because I was doing it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I can't save them because of storage and stuff. So when I do it on YouTube, it actually gives people the chance to re-watch it, and it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's like episodes.
It really is. It's this southern version of of Coronation Street.
EastEnders.
I was going to say
Get
EastEnders.
out of my pub.
Get out of my pub. I was going to say Coronation Street. But yeah, other fans. We mentioned JD earlier. We've just recently been over to Birmingham to celebrate a wonderful birthday for Martin. Jersey boy. Absolutely fantastic guy. That's honestly. Watching him listen to music, he's giving you so much support over the year.
I was doing last year, I was doing this thing online where it all started from lockdown, actually. I was doing it's Sarah's 9 p.m. natter where I got everyone to come on and chat, and I'd literally come on and chat every day to keep everybody, and do song requests for them. And then I did SL Dreamers group. So people pay a subscription and become part of a Facebook group. And then one week I was doing a cooking live, and another week I was doing a quiz.
Yeah.
And he absolutely loved the quizzes, Martin. And sometimes Martin would be the quiz host, and he'd do the quiz on Zoom and get everyone together. And we've just made such lovely friendship groups in my group. But it's just, I'm getting so busy now, I've had to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Martin's always coming on. And always gifting, and sometimes I'll do top tipper prizes. And one week he tipped me £50.
That's incredible.
I was like, what is this for? He's like, you don't realise how much you've helped me. Your music has brought a new life to my life. Basically, your lyrics help me.
Yeah.
And I just love him. I love you, Jersey boy.
Incredible support from Jersey Boys. And it was really nice for myself to meet him as well. This is the first time I met him in person. I've seen him on other Zooms and stuff in the past.
And his family as well. They support me too. His mum and dad are so kind.
The whole family.
They all come on and
really
on my Facebook
well.
and just lovely comments about my music. Honestly, it just warms my heart.
Want to give other fans as well a shout out. The likes of Jill and AJ as well. They come over to your gigs. They come to
nearly every gig they possibly can get to.
They were there when you did your half marathon as well. So massive shout out to them.
Always giving me presents.
You've got overseas fans as well. The likes of Coral. You've got
Coral lives in the UK.
Coral's in the UK.
Gillian.
Ray. Amazing Gillian.
Ray Whitney.
Just so many all over the place.
Chris Lord in Australia.
Just. It's amazing the kind of fan base that you grow through the likes of TikTok Lives, Instagram. And
Well, it's JD, he introduced me to Chris.
Yeah.
Because of Cassidy Ray, because of Danny Shaw, because of Country Kickback.
yeah,
So everything has not a knock-on effect. It's a spiral.
yeah, it's like a snowball. There's one thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
leads to
It's like
another.
it gets something that gets bigger because of something else. It basically, I can't even think of it. Compound effect.
Compound.
That's the one. Yeah, and I'm just very grateful for everybody because honestly, and Linda, my friend from Australia as well, she got me loads of lovely earrings made, all my cowboy boot earrings made. Just sending me stuff just because she said, "Oh, I saw this and thought of you." Silly things like she was talking once in my life about some pegs. I was like, "Well, they sound amazing." Like pegs that you hang on the line, they've got a little hole in that you can put your hangers through.
Yeah.
Well, they sound amazing. She sent me some. And I was just like, who are these people? They're just like my family now.
It is really.
So kind. Oh.
It is genuinely amazing. And the likes of, Mark Tarry and Helen.
Mr. Welsh Cakes.
Bear with me 1 second.
What's wrong?
No, I got a random phone call. I'm going to put it on airplane mode. I'm just going to have to edit this out at this point.
Does that mean that that will be all messed up?
No, it's still recording, so that's what I wanted to check to see if it is still recording. I'll just have to trim it. I'll go back with Mark Tarry.
Oh, did you not put yours on Do Not Disturb?
No.
That's a bit silly.
Nobody phones me, ever.
Who was it then?
It was a Leeds number. I'll put it on airplane mode now.
Okay.
So I'll start like this. Mark Tarry, Helen as well, I want to mention, because she's come down. She did the half marathon with you.
That was amazing.
And the crazy thing is the fact that Helen actually lives near me.
We didn't know.
I didn't even know. Just, it's so mind-blowing, the kind of like how spread out everybody is, but they're all here for one person. It's you.
I feel very privileged.
Absolutely amazing. It really is. And
The fact that she came down all this way and she never leaves her dog. That's the reason I met her, through Ian Ray, the guy that I wrote The Smile with, and my mum's song Just For You.
Yeah.
So I met her in his live on TikTok because Ian goes live every day, 3 times a day. And she was in his live and she's called Mac Bean because her dog's called Mac and she loves Fleetwood Mac.
Mm-hmm.
And Bean, what is the Bean again for?
It's not Mr. Bean, is it?
I can't remember why it's Bean. I can't remember. Anyway, so basically she never leaves her dog.
Yeah.
And she left her dog for me to come to the half marathon. I persuaded her to come and she came all the way down. Oh, she's just so kind.
Which they all completed within 2.5 hours as well. Fantastic time. Was it your first?
Helen could have done it in less time than me. And she's signing up for the London Marathon again now. She's done it before.
Are you going to do the London Marathon?
I hurt my knee.
I hurt my knee. Got a neck ache. My throat is hurting. I've got a bit of a fever.
It's so hard. But it is incredible when you finish, honestly. That feeling was, woo, yay.
I mean, I'm not a runner. I cannot stand running, so my hat already goes off to you guys for even completing a half marathon or even attempting to do a half marathon, because I'd just look at the start line.
It did feel like the last 2 miles were just never going to stop.
Yeah.
Never going to end. I was like, we're nearly there now.
Because it was the Colchester one as well. There's quite a few big hills.
Loads of hills, yeah.
You don't realise
It's
how
just
hilly it is around here.
gradual. It just doesn't let up.
No.
I think I was better off climbing Snowdon, to be honest.
Well, even within the first, I think it's the first the mile mark or the 2 mile mark, there's the big hill that leads up in towards Colchester Centre down like the High Street, but it's a big hill. And me and your daughter was walking down we was heading towards the finish line from where we was to kind of see you in. And we was walking down the hill and there was still some people trying to run up and they were struggling. And I just remember looking, thinking, I could not do that. I'd get to the bottom of the hill and I'd be like, yeah, I'm walking the rest of the way.
You
at
could
this
do
point.
it though.
I'm not a runner though, so
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You can do anything you want to
And
do.
all that matters is it doesn't matter.
And if you want to do something, you can do it. You just got to want to do it.
Yeah, it depends how much percentage you put in.
Sorry about being
Put
preachy.
12 in percent.
We'll explain that later.
So let's go back to the music a little bit. Now, if I haven't mentioned your name and you're a massive fan of Sarah's, I do apologise. We do love you all. I just wanted to give some people a shout out because to highlight the fact
Well, also, you're in my YouTube a lot and these people come up and now you've made friends with them and it's lovely.
it is really such a family. And one of the things I do on your YouTube and your TikTok is I do a lot of moderating, and you do get a lot of negativity as well, which is always
You're going to get that. But you know what someone said to me once?
It doesn't matter.
No, really. Someone said, if you get negative comments, it means you are going somewhere.
Yeah.
Because if people, it doesn't matter what type of comments that you get, they're still there.
Mm-hmm.
Just attention seeking, aren't they?
Yeah. No, that's exactly it. I mean, end of the day, though, all I wanted to say with that is, as a moderator, I see a lot of the comments, and when when people are constantly spamming the chat with the same requests over and over again, and because you've not kind of like acknowledged it straight away, doesn't mean the fact that you've not seen it, or not that you're going to respond to it. It's the fact that you're in the middle of doing something yourself. And one of the things I just wanted to say is, please be patient with artists. If you're watching them on a live stream or if they're out busking, they're not just performing to a camera, they're performing to audience in front. You know, there's people in front of them that they'll be singing to as well. So please be patient. Just spend a second to say, okay, what is this artist doing? Are they out in public? Are they at home? Are they dealing with something else? You know, just because they're not playing you Metallica, which is against their kind of like sound, doesn't mean they're not going to speak to you. So you don't need to put it 30 times in the chat. Sorry, I was just getting off my... I just wanted to get that out.
You haven't done anything wrong, by the way, guys. This is just...
This is me venting.
Dom has experienced this a lot in my chats.
Yeah, it's opened my eyes because I've only been moderating. It's
not just YouTube either, is it?
No, it's TikTok, it's Instagram, Facebook sometimes. It happens quite often.
That's because I've got quite a lot of people from all different parts of the world that come in my lives now.
Yeah.
So a lot of them don't even speak English and they don't know what they're saying.
No, exactly. But yeah, I just wanted to have a quick vent because...
There might be someone on there that will take something from it.
Yeah, hopefully you do. Now, let's go back to the music a little bit. So we've discussed Doesn't Matter. We've discussed Simply the Best. It's Over Now was your last release from yourself.
Which has just got 1,000 streams.
Which has just got 1,000 streams. So now, from this point on, you can start being paid 0.003 pence or whatever it is
and
nowadays.
And if people stream it like 2,000 times, I might be able to get myself, what was it someone said the other day? A Freddo.
A Freddo. 10p. Oh, no, 30p.
No, yeah.
It's mind-boggling how little.
If they stream it 1,000,000 times, we might be able to go out for a roast dinner.
Don't push it. I mean, by the time...
Oh, dear. Might be able to even get some petrol.
Imagine you'll be able to buy petrol to go actually perform somewhere.
That'd be amazing.
But that's the thing though, is the fact that when you put it into those terms,
it goes. I tell everybody that tips me or buys my music, streams my music, everything is going back. It's a nice big circle. It's a funnel. So the tiny little bits that funnel in to my big funnel is the big picture, which helped me get to the Opry.
No, exactly. I mean, I remember someone put £1 in your guitar case. I think it was 2 weeks ago, and you turn around and says, "Well, that's equivalent of 1,000 streams right there, just in that pound."
It's because he said, "I'm sorry, it's not much." I went, "That's 1,000 streams to me."
Yeah, exactly.
He went, "Really?" Didn't he? Couldn't believe it.
It's so frustrating to see artists get swindled in that way, and it's great to be able to broadcast your music out there, and it's great to have these platforms such as Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, wherever you get your music from. But as always, check out merchandise.
It's hard because like everything to be on these platforms, we have to pay to be on them as well.
Exactly.
We have to pay to get our music on Spotify. We have to pay for all the artwork, the promotion. We have to pay for the apps to design the artwork. We have to pay for the things like CapCut to make the videos for social media. Everything that we do costs money.
even to post the music online, to have content IDs, to use TuneCore or
to be part of PRS, to be part of PPL, like it's so much expense. And like my dad will say, "What are you doing it for?" Well, there's always so much to pay for. There's always something to pay for. What are you doing it for? Because it's my life.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing anything else.
Even creating the music as well. You're paying for session musicians, you're paying for guitarists, you're paying for studio time, you're paying for the mixing, the mastering, the producing. You're paying for, if you have an actual physical CDs, you got to pay for that outright. And then if you wanted to go vinyl, that's even more.
I think I'm a little bit mad. I think we're all a little bit mad.
We're all crazy. We are a bit crazy. You've got to be a bit crazy, though, to be a creator.
But we love it.
Exactly.
One of the songs I created with my friend Nigel, and it was called Legacy, and I listened to it the other day because you said you liked that, and I was like, actually, yeah, what's your legacy? And without being preachy, we've got to have a purpose for being here. Like one of my songs, A Life or a Living. Do you want to create a life or do you want to create a living? I'm definitely up for creating a life.
Yeah.
Create a living with the life that
Yeah.
you live. It's just, yeah, that's my main aim. To be able to live doing what I love.
That's it.
And be able to pay for it too.
It's over now. Another, well, I'm going to say another breakup song or another deep song. Because obviously it doesn't matter. It wasn't really a breakup song to begin with, but we were just been through that.
Yeah.
It's over now.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very emotional song.
Yeah.
It is so emotional, and to see you bear out that way really does resonate with so many people. I mean, a lot of people who have been through breakups or they've been through difficult relationships, whether it's in the past or present time, people are going to resonate with that. And I did the review for your press kit that went out to all the radio stations and whatnot through Scarlet River PR. Check her out. Incredible song. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Why did you have to say it like that? Oh my God. I didn't know how much it hurt me to write that until I released it. I thought it was all cool. And then I had to revisit those feelings and it was really hard. Like you were here for release week, weren't you? And I was in bits. Like, I don't know. I thought I'd dealt with stuff. But then I realised I hadn't dealt with it properly. Because there's certain parts about someone that you think that you know. And when you realise you don't, you think, what was it then? Like, and then you start to feel like a complete mug. And you start to think, I gave myself to that person. Why did I do that? They didn't deserve it. Like it's really hard for me to open up. It's really hard for me in my songs, not so much, but it's really hard for me to kind of wear my heart on my sleeve and tell people how I feel because I'm very guarded. But literally, this person had my heart and he totally trampled all over it. And I know that's really bitter, but that's how it made me feel. So some things just can't end nicely, can they?
No.
So yeah, that's that.
Go back to my question. Are you okay now?
Yes.
I mean, the fact that people have resonated, I mean, I've resonated with myself, quite going through my own personal life. Obviously, I won't discuss that as much now because it's not about me, it's about you. It is one of those songs that you just really, it takes you back. And so many of your fans that were even mentioned, not so long ago, have turned around and said this is their new favourite song. What's that like?
Helen's favourite song. She loves Purple Flowers. She loves Rosa Parks Boulevard. She loves When You Know You Know. She loves so many songs, but this is her favourite one. A Half of You is her other favourite. Did I say that already?
No.
Oh yeah, Half of You. She loves that one. So yeah, it's mad. It's mad because another thing. This is part of Sarah Louise that hasn't come out yet. So I feel accepted for being myself.
Yeah.
And I can only just carry on doing that, right? And I remember Shelley said something to me. I've told you about this. When we were sitting in the car, just me and Shelley, in the Jeep. Because there's no cars in Noidart, literally. There's probably about 4 cars on the whole island.
Mm-hmm.
she said, she goes, Sarah, what is it that you're feeling? What is it that you've been through? People need to hear that. I think you could help people if you discuss it in your songs. I think that's the Sarah Louise we need to see. And yeah, when she said that, I was like, oh, I don't think I can do that. She was, why? What's holding you back? What's stopping you? And I said, well, I just don't want to hurt anyone in the process. She goes, well, if you continue to be like this, you're going to hurt yourself more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look out, everyone.
Watch out. In terms of these sad songs and the finding the emotions, the fascinating thing I've always found with your music is the fact that it's still quite uplifting, the actual music side to it itself. You know, it's not slow, it's not too...
It's kind of mid.
Yeah, it's not... To me, a sad song, you use your minors, you use your lower notes, you use your deeper ones that really hit you in the feels. But for you, it's not. It's almost like the other way around. It's on the slightly brighter side.
I try and keep my songs positive.
Even though it's a very difficult discussion.
Yeah. It's like Be Real. I was hurt when I wrote that, but it made me feel better.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to create it and be fun about it. But now I've decided I want the positive songs to be really, really uplifting and really bouncy. I mean, I'm talking Shakira, like not like Shakira, but you know, Try Everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's my vibe. Disney stroke Shakira. but when we go down the deep route, I'd say more Alanis Morissette inspired, Aretha Franklin. You know, deep down. Angie Stone.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go deep in my soul now for the rest of it.
So let's go into Never All In.
Okay.
Never All In's about to be released. About to have your pre-orders. You know, people will be able to pre-order it very, very soon on the 8th of May. You can pre-save it now, though.
Mm-hmm.
You've done your hat competition.
And the original reason I did that was when people pre-ordered Never All In, I was going to put their name in a square to win the hat.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't have iTunes. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do another draw where you can, you know, pay to be in the draw if you want.
Yeah.
Pay £1 a square to be in the draw. I haven't even got the pre-orders out yet, and it's already sold all the squares.
It's
I'm
incredible.
going to have to do another pre-order squares, aren't I?
Well, the thing is, you advertised that there's 100 squares. So
I should have done more squares.
You should have said minimum of 100 squares.
Oh, I don't know.
It's been so popular.
I did. It was literally an experiment because I wanted other people to have a chance to win something. But never mind, it's done now. But thank you so much if you've purchased a square. I can't believe it. JD bought 28 in the first day.
It's incredible. I mean, again, it goes back to the loyal fans that have been there through thick and thin and supported you on this journey. It's great to see. Now you're wearing a hat that isn't the hat that's up for the raffle. It's a hat that has been made by the same people, though, isn't it?
Burnt Petal Creatives, who I found on Instagram. Lady Cassie, she's from Australia. She used my song Sunflower to promote her hat. And I saw the video because I was tagged in it. I was like, I love that hat. I need one of those. Like, it's beautiful. It's got so much detail on it, and it's just really authentic. I hadn't seen anything like that before. And I said to her, where did you get this hat? Should I make them? I went, no. I was like,
No.
I need one. And you know what? She gave me all her colour charts and everything, and it looked like the green one that I've got was turquoise, and my favourite colour is turquoise. And I was like, I want that one, I want that one. So she literally sent me this one and the green one. But I didn't know it was green until it turned up, and I was like, oh, it's green. She goes, well, I did kind of tell you it's not turquoise. You kept saying turquoise. I did say it's green. I was like, oh, well. I love the green one.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that I bought it because when Wicked came out, I was wearing that hat. They thought I was trying to be Wicked or something. No, but then I decided I would like the sunflower hat, even though the sunflower hasn't got anything to do with Never All In. It kind of has because it's a new growth, and it's like something small has become something big. So I feel like a little part of me has become something bigger.
Yeah.
And better. So that is why I linked it to Never All In, and that's why I put a Never All In hat on the Never All In single artwork.
And the issue we have now at this time is the fact that you haven't done the draw yet because you've only just sold all 100 squares within 4 days.
So we don't know the winner yet.
We don't know the winner yet. And you'll be doing that live.
I'm so excited.
On Instagram, is it tonight?
Yeah, tonight, 8 o'clock.
So Instagram tonight, 8 o'clock. This might be live by then.
Do you reckon?
I don't know. It depends how quickly I get this edited and sent
Wow,
out.
he's on the ball.
But we don't know who the winner's going to be. It could be anyone.
I love this. I love it, though. It really excites me.
How are you doing the actual number draw then?
Well, to make it fair, because normally I put everyone's name in a hat, but I can't be putting everyone's name in a hat that many times because it'd just be overflowing and it would just be weird. So I'm going to ask Alexa to give me a number between 1 and 100.
Yeah.
Do you think she'll do it?
I think she will. I think if you ask her very nicely, because what do I always say with you and Alexa?
We don't get on very well.
I think you're going to be assassinated one day.
Well, me and robots, they annoy me if they don't know what I'm talking about. They're supposed to be cleverer than me and they can't even work me out. Sort it out.
I mean,
Siri, Alexa, ChatGPT, they're all useless.
Us as humans, we struggle to work you out as well at times. So.
No one understands me. I don't even understand me.
It has been absolutely amazing. Now, I want to go into Never All In. So, Never All In.
I thought I was getting away with that.
I know. Never All In is another one where you discuss your relationship. You've discussed a past relationship where they've never been all in, hence the title.
I know it's a bit sort of cheesy, but it's true.
How do you feel after getting this off your chest? As we always mention.
Well, the thing is, it's over now. I wanted to release after Never All In.
Yeah.
But the reason I didn't is because I had in my head I wanted to create the video in the Bluebell Woods. So I had to wait until the bluebells were out before I created the video.
Yeah.
But it just turns out that it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because Never All In should come after. People have experienced the story of me breaking up with someone, and now they understand why I've broken up with someone. I can tell them that it's because he was never all in.
Yeah.
And that's why.
It links.
So it's like, I've broken up with him, I miss him, I miss this and I miss that, but it's over now. So, boom, Never All In, and this is why we've broken up.
Yeah.
And also, part of that song, the reason it's special is because originally there was no lyrics to it. I literally sat on my bed, played my guitar, and played the feelings out. Played the feelings out into a tune. And I couldn't express. I was so upset, I couldn't express what I wanted to say. It was all in my head. And I was playing this tune. It was almost like a release of emotions, like knowing it's fine, it's okay. Like, you don't have to pray for him to act like a certain way anymore. You don't have to beg for the minimum, the bare minimum. You don't have to try and do this for him to make him happy. You don't have to, like, I was trying so hard to make it work, but why? Yeah. It's not worth it. Like, when you know that someone isn't the person for you, just accept it and move on. There's no point of forcing a tennis ball for a sock. Don't fit, does it?
I've never heard that saying before.
It just came to me.
I mean, you've known me for 4 or 5 years now, and I come out.
You've never said that.
I come out with a lot of sayings, but that is one that I've never heard of before.
It just doesn't fit.
In terms of Never All In, you just mentioned that you got your melody first, you got your music first for it. How long did you sit with that music then before you started getting words to it?
So long. And I sent it to Mark. I was like, can we create this song, please? He goes, there's no lyrics. I was like, I know, but he's like, what are you going to do with it? I was like, well, can you just get Ben to do this and then you play piano? He's like, absolutely not. I don't know what you're doing with it. Can you come back with me with a structure? Okay. So then I had to force myself to write something.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it literally came up, trying to stop my heart from hurting. Because I was like, what am I trying to say here? And then I just said, trying to stop my heart from hurting is taking too much time. Like, I want to stop my heart hurting.
Yeah.
How do I do this? How do I stop hurting about this person that's no good for me? And I was like, trying to stop my heart from hurting is taking too much time. Realised now I was missing something. You were never all in. It was never going to work because he was never committed to the emotional, like someone can gift you all this stuff and they can pretend to be interested in you, like tell you all the things, give you compliments, be loving. But if they're not emotionally invested in you, there's no point.
No.
Like, you know when someone's not listening to you, literally.
Yeah.
Like, that is all I've ever wanted, is someone to actually understand how I feel. And I know I'm a lot, but that's me. So I'd rather them not be in at all than half in. That's like half of you was created because of this person. I realised what half of you needed to be. It's like, I want to feel like half of me is there, but half of you is gone. So it kind of, it's weird that Helen likes both those songs. Like, It's Over Now and Half of You, because it's about the same thing. But no, it's just, yeah, you just know. When you know, you know. And you also know when it's not right.
And it doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter.
Do you find that a lot of your songs are kind of like tying in together in these unique ways then? Or is it just because of this one person that's...
Well,
triggered
James
these?
Vince said I should write an album about this person because songs about bleep, you know, you should do it. Because like James Blunt, songs about, what was her name? Claire?
Yes.
Jane. Yeah. He said, you should do songs about that. I went, absolutely not. I'm not giving him any more credit.
That's fair enough. At least, it's one of the things I always say, you know, as difficult as heartbreak is, difficult as, you know, as emotional as it can be, at least it allows you to be creative. It can spark this creative side that a lot of people don't get to tap. And because you're in this media, you're in this, you know, this genre, this way of songwriting, do you find that it's a nice way of releasing your music, or do you find that each time that you play it, it takes you back to that same feeling of when you wrote it?
Well, I didn't realise that it would, but it has been hard because I really felt what I was writing. Not that I haven't before, but I was talking to you about it when sometimes I feel like my songs are for other people, but these are for me.
Yeah.
And it's just lovely how it ties in that they're for other people too, because before I've always written for other people, so it hasn't gripped me as much because I've been like, well, that's for you, like Fly Free Little One, you know, Angel Wings. Yeah, I always have the intention of helping someone in my head when I write a song.
Yeah.
But for this time, I'm trying to help me.
So we've just taken a little bit of a break to grab some more tea, which is something I didn't think I'd ever be getting into. We've just been talking about Never All In.
Yorkshire brew.
And, yeah, tea. I mean, we're drinking. It's a lemon and ginger tea with a spoonful of honey. And I've always been one that says, oh, fruit-flavoured teas, it's just not done. It's just not done. It's got to be Yorkshire tea with 2 sugars and milk.
You like what you know, and you know what you like.
That's one of my favourite sayings. How did you know?
I just know.
And it's one thing that I just never thought I'd really get into, but since spending time with you down here, and
I don't have dairy in my house, really.
you don't have dairy, you don't have gluten, you don't have any like wheat.
It's like, how do you live?
How do you live? Like,
now you know.
it's crazy. I mean, but we've never had a bad meal. There was some questionable bits of toast that you've done.
That's because I don't normally have granary bread. I think it's freezer burnt.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you don't have a toaster. You do everything in the Ninja air fryer. It's not sponsored by Ninja, but Ninja and Crimbles, if you want to sponsor us here.
Yes, that's a brilliant idea. I'd so be up for that. Or, yeah, Ninja, because of my shakes.
Ninja shakes as well.
Yeah?
The
Ninja, help us out.
Yeah, help us out. But yeah, it's it's been great going through Never All In, and it's been great seeing the way that you've again developed as a singer-songwriter, and to be able to take a track and create this melody, and to start off by even just humming it and just getting that kind of like the melody and the harmony that you want for it, to then come up with the lyrics, and then to speak to the likes of Mark and Ben to create.
To be fair,
this.
I did send it to my dad, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Don't put any lyrics on it. It's good as it is."
What's he saying about your songwriting?
He's bored. He's so bored of my songs. He goes, "Who's this one about then? What's this about then?" Dad, just listen to it. I'm not telling you.
So, Never All In, that's coming out May 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
It's available for pre-order on the 8th. It's available to pre-save right now. So if you listen to this right now and it's the 8th, get it pre-ordered, because every little helps. Like we say, regarding to the merchandise. And it's something I'm going to keep repeating, even through this show, through the rest of the shows, through whatever I do. It's one thing that I'm always very conscious about, is artists being able to create music.
It's so helpful for all independent artists just to pre-order it, because it gets it up there on the radar for all radio stations to play it as well. Anything that's in the iTunes top 10 charts gets picked up, and then then that's how people get discovered. But if it doesn't get pre-ordered, it doesn't get a chance to chart.
No. Well, that's the fascinating thing, because we was looking at It's Over Now or It Doesn't Matter, and we was looking at the charts, and you was a bit upset because it didn't quite chart. And when we dove really deep into it, we didn't realise how much Apple Music was affecting the iTunes charts now as well.
Apparently iTunes doesn't really exist on Apple. As soon as it's on iTunes store, you can buy it, but there's no chart positions anymore.
Yeah.
You can't suddenly chart because it goes straight into Apple. So as soon as it's out, Apple own it.
Yeah.
So you can pre-order it with iTunes, but Apple own the song. So the only way that it can actually chart is through Apple Music now, through the streaming.
Which is frustrating. I mean,
that's changed from January.
We look back to even lockdown, when everybody was releasing music, and it was so easy for artists to get into the top 10, top 1, to get to the top of the charts in the country music genre particularly. And because of these changes with like Apple Music and whatnot, and with the likes of country music just growing so rapidly within the UK as well, we've got the likes of Morgan Wallen's and Beyonce's and Post Malone's and everyone else in between, Zach Bryan's, constantly dominating the top of the charts. And it's because they're getting a decent amount of downloads as well.
They've got a huge label that's going to keep buying out the other artists. So even if someone like myself as an independent artist would chart and be next to Dolly Parton, it will be a matter of minutes before it changes, because someone will purchase enough of the other song above me to get me down again, because it doesn't make them look good.
No, exactly. And that's why it's always important for fans of musicians, whether it's of yourself or whether it's any other UK act or any independent act as well, if you want to see success or if you want to see a continuation, because it can be very demoralizing in a way when you don't.
I try not to let it get to me, but it does.
How do you combat that then, the negative side?
I used to do like a release party every time I release something, and I do a release party every night of my release, and then we kind of get into it together because it's really fun. And then people say, well, how has it charted? Has it charted? Has it charted? But that's not like that anymore.
No.
They've taken all that away. It doesn't chart. It doesn't work like that. So I've decided to take the pressure off myself and just let it be.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. If people love it, great. And I just want to channel all my energy now into writing more songs and not numbers. Doesn't matter, does it?
Doesn't matter.
It's just easier for people to enjoy the song, and not because I'm forcing them to. I want people to want to download it and pre-order it. I don't want to force people to do it.
Which takes me actually back to Shazam. Because somebody
salesy, isn't it?
Somebody mentioned the other day about Shazam, how you had like 50 Shazams
Dom,
or
it was
something.
Dom the painter.
Yes. And the fact that
I had 2,000 Shazams of Sunflower this year already. So people have tried to Shazam Sunflower 2,000 times. And Don went to me, well, it's better if you don't have any Shazams. I went, how is that better? He went, because then people would already know it and wouldn't need to Shazam it.
Which is so
what
true.
A great theory.
It's so true. But it is great that people are hearing your songs out and about and thinking, that's actually a nice song. You know, I want to know what that is. Tell me what that is. So at least there's that positive side to it. In terms of your music then and your creativity, we've had these 3 breakup songs or these 3 slower, sadder songs in you finding yourself. Do you find that you've found yourself now in terms of your songwriting and where you're kind of like, what direction are you wanting to go to in your songwriting?
I feel like there wasn't actually a structure before, but there kind of is now, because like all my songs before, like all I can do is be true to me, can't stop me now, da da da. Lots of affirmation songs I used to write, trying to affirm it to myself, but I was actually not faking it till you make it. That's the wrong thing to say, but like when people say look in the mirror and say I am enough.
Yeah.
I find it really hard to do that, but I was telling everyone else to do it. I've been bossy. Like Steve, who I used to work with.
You bossy?
Yeah, no,
Never.
it's unbelievable. But he used to say to me that my songs were quite school teachery.
Yeah.
Because it's something, but I think that comes from mini vibes. That comes from my children's songs. I want to help people like themselves. So when I'm saying that, I'm saying, we need to do this, you need to do this, da 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 da. So I've really stripped back my lyrics of if I find them bossy, I take that out and just go, right, no, don't be preachy.
Yeah.
Just be me.
Just be you.
I don't want to be preachy. I just want to be me, and I want to kind of help people, but only by helping myself.
I totally get that.
And I want to fill my cup.
In terms of, obviously, I'm not going to ask, what other songs have coming out for the rest of the year, but have you got like a timeline for the rest of the year in terms of songs, your own songs?
Covers, I'm going to release one a month.
Yep.
Originals, one every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks. Have you got your next originals recorded?
Well, I already recorded one from SBPS,
Yep.
which I've been singing out whilst I've been busking and performing, and it's called Open the Door.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't going to release it because it didn't fit, but that is going to be my next one after that one.
In terms of the sound, are you going with this? I mean, we was at the Louise Parker gig, and we was outside talking to Simon, the wonderful drummer for Louise Parker, and we was talking about different styles of music, and I described your music as quite flowery. And at first when I said it, I felt like I was saying it in a negative way, but it's not a negative way. It's a positive way.
Yeah, but as you said it, I kind of figured out what you meant, and I was like, you know what? He's onto something there. And I know why. It's because I restrict myself with the chords that I can play. So I just need to get in more co-writes with people of different styles. And that's where I want to be at. I want to be at a place where I can collaborate with other artists.
What style are you wanting to head down towards then?
I kind of want to go dark country.
Dark?
Yeah.
It's exciting, that.
No,
so what, a grittier kind of like feel?
Well, yeah, because the other night at Jersey Boys party, I sang like Four Non-Blondes.
What's up? Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's up now.
Ba-bum.
No, but it really killed my voice, to be honest. But if I get into the pattern of singing in that style, so it's more gritty, and I know I've got it in me, to do it, but I stop myself because I don't want to ruin my voice.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to come up with those songs that people can sing back to me at a festival, so they can get in it. Like, I'm not going to sing it again now because it hurts, but like with It Doesn't Matter, it's like, whoa, and the hey, yeah, yeah. I love all that. I love songs that people can sing to me and get into. I want to create more festival songs, and I want to create a hoedown as well.
So exciting. Just so excited. I mean, I'm excited to see the direction that you go with the style of sound in terms of the songwriting. Because I can imagine you've got these breakup songs, and I know you've said it a couple of times throughout this chat. You know, another breakup song, another breakup song. What type of sound are you wanting to go for in terms of the ride? Because you mentioned open the door. Is this like an opening the door to new beginnings?
To me now, yeah, I didn't realise, but I feel like Open the Door. That's not what it's originally about, by the way. And because of who I wrote it with, Michael Grant again. I wrote it with Michael Grant again,
Yeah.
and also wrote it with Ross. He's an amazing songwriter, Americana artist. But Ross Okempo. The thing is, I can't disclose what the song was about.
Mm-hmm.
But the beauty of songwriting is it can mean anything to someone.
Yeah.
So Open the Door now means to me, I'm opening the door to new challenges and to new material. I'm not putting myself in a category anymore. I love country, and the country's where my heart's at. But I'm not going to keep labelling what I am. And like the song that I had last year, I Ain't Got the Time, got to #1 in the singer-songwriter charts because it was dark.
Yeah.
And it was a gritty song.
Okay, so we've talked about the present, we've talked about the future, we want to go back into the past.
Do you?
Huckleberry Taylor.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So you talk about dark songs. Now you introduced me to Huckleberry Taylor, which for me as a podcaster, as someone who enjoys music, I was kicking myself when you first sent me the songs. It's like, how did I not hear this before? You've got the likes of Chevrolet, you've got the likes of Lies. Lies as a dark undertone to it. It's not dark.
I don't think I was ready for that type of stuff then.
Yeah.
That was with my friend Nigel, who I went to school with, right? He played guitar, and when I was working with Andy Pike the first time round, he sent me a song called no, he didn't even send me a song. He sent me a melody, Never Look Back. I don't know if you got to hear that one.
I've been going through it. It's the last one I need to.
Well, he sent me that. He goes, I don't know if you and Andy want to use this song, but feel free. It's a little riff I come up with. I went, Nigel, I love it. Like, why don't you come over to the studio and we'll work on it? He went, what, me and you? I went, yeah. He goes, nah, I don't want to do anything. I went,
Really?
why not? He goes, oh, I'm just going to put my guitar away. I just play for fun. I don't want to perform or anything. I went, are you joking? This is brilliant. Come over. So he came over, played it. I literally sang a melody and lyrics that came out because of it. And he was like, where did that come from? I was like, I have no idea. But I called it Never Look Back. And then that's when our sound developed.
Yeah.
And then we were doing open mic nights together and literally writing songs on the spot. And we got into a thing. I was like, you do something and I'll just sing over it. He goes, what do you mean? I went, we got nothing to lose, Nigel. Let's just make up a song on the spot. We come up with Lies. I don't even know how we did it. And then we just called ourselves Huckleberry Taylor because I wanted a country name. He said Taylor because of a Taylor guitar, which is what I wanted at the time, and now I've got one. Crazy. I didn't even play guitar at the time.
You manifested it.
I think I did. Huckleberry is like Huckleberry Finn for me, but he was like, I'll be your Huckleberry. You know, just mucking around. And he's like, Huckleberry Taylor. It's such a cool name, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's not even there. Sad times. But I love the music we created. And we went and recorded it with Clive, our friend Clive Walker, in his studio, Wobbly Chicken Productions. And we recorded the whole album with him in 2 days.
2 days. Because there's quite a lot of songs on that album as well. It's just, if you ever get a chance to listen to it, I recommend it. But the frustrating thing that we've been discussing about throughout the tonight's show is about money. And CD Baby is one of the owners for that music as well now. Because
We've got to be careful because we might get slandered.
Oh,
Might
yes,
be done
sorry.
for slander.
So they own that. Are you planning on...
If I could have my own app, that would be great.
Yeah.
Because I'm fed up with all these distribution people. Honestly, they just rip you off left, right and centre. And so many problems with Sunflower, like people cloning your songs. If you're not part of a publishing company and you're not part of a label, people just rip you off left, right and centre.
In terms of the Huckleberry Taylor sound then, are you planning on re-releasing it in your own style? Because you
Well,
have
I've
the
always said
rights.
to Nigel, how do you feel about me still singing our songs? He's like, as long as you credit us, I don't care what you do with them.
Mm-hmm.
I miss singing them because there's a lot of songs there where I poured my heart out.
Yeah.
Because it's so weird. When I write with someone else, I feel freer. Because then I think, well, anyone could think it's about them or me, or I hide behind it.
Yeah.
That's the same as when I was doing Madonna tribute. I was at my best performing then. That's why people wanted me to do it. But then I suddenly thought, the reason I'm performing so well is because I'm not myself.
Yeah.
And I'm hiding behind a mask. So much better when you perform as yourself, and it's so liberating. But I just need to get to the point of knowing that my songs are good enough.
I'm sure there'll be a song in there somewhere as well.
What, knowing my songs are good enough?
Yeah. I had taken off the mask and discovering yourself in that way,
Be real, be loyal, or stay away from me.
basically.
Was that what you were getting at?
Yeah. I just want to say thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
back on. It's been nice actually chatting with you and doing this in person
This is a short
as well.
interview for us, isn't it?
It is. I mean, we've been doing this, an
2
hour and a
hours.
half, 2 hours. It's just...
3.5 hours max.
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably do it again anyhow. And I mean, if we was to record our lives, the conversations that we've had in the cars and stuff, it'd just be constant. It'd be like Big Brother. It would
So
just
fun.
be fascinating.
There's some Snapchats, snaps as well that I've saved, which we've sent each other, which makes me just crease up.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I could share them yet, but maybe we could put a collaboration together, and just put yours and mine together and just do a massive big. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Something in the future, eh?
Yep.
But yeah, I just want to say thank you. Make sure you check out Never All In if you haven't already.
Thank you for watching. There are a few little clips of that on my Instagram if you want to check it out.
Oh, exciting.
And the hat draw.
The hat draw tonight. If well, I'm not sure when this will go live. You might have done the hat draw already. And whoever wins the hat, congratulations. Whoever doesn't win the hat, thank you for supporting
There'll
Sarah.
be other draws, don't worry.
There'll be other draws very, very soon. Well, thank you so much, Sarah, for coming on. Love you lots, and thank you for being on here. It's been an absolute honour and
Thank you
pleasure.
for having me, and thank you for being in my house.
Thank you for keeping me in your house and keeping me locked up, and help me, please.
He's been entertaining my daughter as well.
It's been fun.
She said it was really quiet at dinner time when he's not here. You did go home and you came back.
Yeah, I went home for 2 days. I had work, and then I
a
came
life.
back, an actual life away from here. But yeah, make sure you check out Sarah Louise's music. Just where can we find you on social media?
So Sarah Louise Music Official is where I'm at on TikTok and Instagram. Sarah Louise Music on YouTube and Facebook.
Make sure you check out socials. Make sure you check out her lives as well as her music and her merch as well.
Thanks for watching if you got to the end, guys. Appreciate it.
Take care. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.